Hello and welcome to Overgrowth Weekly number 24. Today is May 29th, 2011. I am Silverfish and this is the second time that I've said this today. With me today is Anton, as usual.
Hello, again.
Yes, again, twice, three, I don't know. And Ima.
Hi again.
Yeah, hi. So we had kind of a huge problem here today where I have gotten a new computer. Didn't really test everything out properly before before I did this stuff. So all of the settings were kind of weird, and my microphone, people couldn't hear me on the stream. Yeah, it was horrible. But now we're back, and we're going to do this now. Yeah!
Woohoo!
Okay, so first, Ima, tell us, who are you?
Oh, are we doing this again?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, well, I'm a fan of Overgrowth and Wolfire. Usually hang around on the IRC. And that's basically it.
Yeah. So, an Overgrowth fan, like Anton and I would call myself a fanatic at least. I don't know about you, Anton.
I'm somewhere in that area, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. Since you are the co-host of Overgrowth Weekly. I really hope so. But anyways, yeah, so I'm really nice to have you on.
Thank you.
It's going to be a sweet show today with lots of community content. Look at this agenda. It's so huge. It's longer than a few things I know of. One or two things.
Yes, it's longer than a tapeworm. Oh, maybe not. An inchworm.
Yeah, something quite long. Indeed. But as usual, we're going to start out with a weekly alpha. This week it is alpha 132. And we're just going to take a look at what's new and try out some of the new features inside of the actual game. So first off, added one-handed climb for extra reach. And this is a really cool stuff. This is like the highlight of this alpha. So let me load up the level right here. And I'm going to show you what that is all about. Center the window there. Sweet. Okay, so we have the game. Go back down to the earth. And then I add an object. Crit block is good. Pull that up. Just take a look at this one. Okay, so if I jump up here and hold right click as usual to grab the ledge. Note that new animation there. Isn't that sweet?
Yay! Well, not only the animation sweet, but it actually gives you a little extra reach to make it up onto the high ledges.
Yes, indeed. Slow-mo for the win. So this animation, like for reals, this blew me away when I saw it. Even though it's not a huge thing when you're following a game like this, it becomes a huge thing. And you can also do this. Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say that I think the animation is close to good. I think there's some invert kinematics going on because there are definitely times when the arm starts to stretch a little long.
Yeah, there are. And you can also do this fun thing where you let go of right click and go towards the side. And he's flailing with his arms. It's awesome.
Uh-oh. I think I've lost you. Nope.
So that's cool. And then also another thing added. If I can go back out into editor mode and copy this block to the side. Let's see. There we go. And then I tilt that up like that. Now you can actually do this. Take a look at this. Take a look at it. Look at it. Okay, so you can you can climb up ledges that are slanted now. Is that a word? Slanted?
Yes, absolutely.
And take a look at his hands. Take note of that they are actually aligned with the object. That's also very cool.
That is very cool. Although, try going up the other side with your left hand higher than your right. Like if you go across the corner, I found a thing where sometimes one hand would sort of stay higher a little bit.
Yeah,
but
I know what you mean. I've had that as well. It's because he doesn't have anything to rest it on, so I don't know really how to solve that, but Maybe if he doesn't have anything to rest it on, he would move to the left and then down or something. I don't know. But this is what you're talking about, right?
That's actually not what I was talking about. Going over the slanted edge, over another slanted edge, I found there were times when one arm that had been higher remained sort of higher on the other side of the ledge, but maybe it was just the object I was on. Yeah, maybe it is what you're talking about. So...
yeah, a few bugs with this, but in general, very, very awesome stuff. And yeah, some
pretty awesome
right there, as someone pointed out. So, did you ever play around with this, right?
Yeah, I have.
And what are your thoughts?
Well, it's good.
It is.
I mean, yeah.
There have been there are definitely some new bugs with it works that will need to be straightened out, but it's very cool.
Yeah, David said that he wanted to make it so that you didn't have to specify exactly what edges should be climbable, but it has its problems, like for instance this rock. Let's see, I can grab this rock right here, that doesn't make a lot of sense, and it's kind of bugged out in general.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what will be the best solution. I know that it would be very nice to be able to specify exactly what edges you want to be able to climb, but at the same time it's very nice in another way to not have to specify them. I don't know, if you can get it to work flawlessly, I'm all for it. But perhaps there should be some kind of way to explicitly specify that you should be able to climb this ledge, you should not be able to climb that ledge, just in case.
It would probably be easier to let people set it so you can't climb them, instead of having to set every surface to be climbable.
Yeah, I agree.
Right.
But yeah, at the same time, but it's it's pretty loose right now. Like, you can climb most edges. You can climb more edges than you can't climb, so that's probably a good idea. Perhaps you can even set your object so that you just add a tag in your object, and if it has that tag, he will just ignore any climbing at all. And that would work on that rock over there, for instance. It doesn't make much sense to be able to climb that rock in any way like that.
Although the ears, maybe, you know.
No, they're round.
See, I could see. Well,
they're round.
Yeah. There could be little, you know, cliffs that, or little ledges that you can grab onto, like bouldering or something.
Yeah, that would actually be cool. Perhaps that should be a specific feature, or how you'd say it. Like, you can add that stuff manually, so it's not
right.
automatically. But you could perhaps add some kind of invisible object, because we'll get to that later. But in a mod we'll show later, there are actually invisible blocks that you can put out. Scenario.
Awesome.
And you can just add one of those. And you should be able to climb there as well. So there are several ways to solve it, but yeah, we'll see what David goes with. I'm sure he'll find actually the best solution and surprise us all with something that we never expected.
Put shadows on the invisible block as well.
Yeah, that's really cool. But let's move on. Smooth transition into ledge grab. Makes sense, not really much to explain there. Better arm IK on uneven edges. IK stands for inverse kinematics, and it's the thing that makes the feet and hands, in this case, align with the terrain. Or the ledge, in this case as well.
Right.
Added instructions to default.txt file. So let me just quickly show you the default.txt file in your Overgrowth folder. So games Overgrowth, data, and then you have defaults.txt. And in here you now has instructions showing you how to actually edit your config file, in case you didn't know. Because we're getting a lot of people asking about that in the forums, so it's good that maybe some people won't have to ask about it now. So that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Added flail while falling at dangerous speeds. So let's take a look at that. What I'm going to do here is bring this guy's spawn up far into the air, and then I'm going to be here. And as you can see there, he clearly starts flailing with his arms, And when he touches the ground, he actually survives. But he did damage himself. I heard a crackling sound. That was kind of lame that he didn't die. I need to be further up.
Oh, man.
Oh, man. I need to do this again. That's more like it. That's what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, sweet. Okay, so there you have that. Little fail animation there, and okay, something's wrong with my browser, there we go. Added snow level to alpha level selection screen. So, if you go to the furthest right when you're selecting levels, you'll have the snow level there. I did show the snow level last week, so I'm not going to show it this week. But it's there now, you don't need to type it in manually. So that's also very cool. More robust character collision response, no more quote launching unquote. And that's also nice, of course. There used to be cases where if you walked up against an object you would like get flung away like this pretty far, almost like you were jumping. That won't happen now because, well, it's much more stable.
Right.
So that's very nice, of course. Fixed cylinder debug drawing. It has to do with the debug drawing. He shows the cylinder debug drawing in the video, not really too much to look at. It has to do with the ledge climbing. Fixed weapon stance twitching, just a small bug being fixed. I haven't seen the bug, so it couldn't be that big, but always cool to see bugs fixed, of course. Fixed low-res skyboxes in the alpha. So apparently some people were having low-res skyboxes in the alpha. Do you know more about this, Anton?
Oh yeah, absolutely. In particular, the Hexcrete set, I can't remember what that level is called off the top of my head, red shards. Initially, the skybox that we provided was low resolution. It was really blocky for a lot of people. And so I'd sort of started providing that skybox to people as a... And then they could re-render the sky, and then they wouldn't have that issue anymore. But so he's now fixed that in all of it. The other thing is that the people in that thread also commented that the nights looked low res. That was actually, I think, the filter that causes it to look like it's nighttime instead. Now, I in that same thread, and I don't know if that person is still here, some people were commenting that the level still has low resolution skies, and maybe that they're still loading the cache file from their old build when they had low resolution skies, so they should go into their user data and delete that cache, and then it will recalculate the sky and it should be better.
Yes, so yeah, do what he said, recalculate the skies. Just the thing, won't it work if they just reinstall, if they install with installer instead of updating, or won't that work?
They would also have to delete the user data, the write file, the WRITE write file, where all of the cache files are stored, does not update with the installer, at least not on a Mac. I'm not sure. I think you would actually have to uninstall on a PC to get it to delete those files.
Okay.
If that makes sense. Meaning to delete not only the location and all of the folders associated with, you have to delete all of your user data information as well regarding the game, which is where the cache files are stored.
So if you're on Windows, that would be my documents, stuff like that.
Correct.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, that's the low-risk skyboxes in the alpha, and that's the whole changelog for this week's alpha. So let's move on in the agenda. Next up, we have the community segment as usual, which starts out also as usual with the fan art watch. We will take a look at the latest fan art made by the Wolfire community and posted in the fan art thread. So let's scroll down. Let's see, 22nd of May. We did take a look at that last time. Alright, I remember now. Oh yeah. And here we have 22nd of May. We did take a look at this one as well, didn't we? No, we didn't.
No, we did, because that one came out right after we finished the main version of OG Week last week, while you were doing your post show.
Yes, so let's take a look at this. So it's made by Flex. He's writing, haven't posted something on the forum for a great while. Anyway, I hope you guys like it. So let's zoom in. And it's kind of a concept drawing of a rabbit. Yeah, rough rabbit design. And it's his own kind of rabbit design. It's very different from the Overgrowth one. More human-like in a lot of aspects, especially the face.
Mm-hmm.
And it's actually looking very, very awesome. It's a very different style from Aubrey's style, obviously, but yeah, as I said, just very cool, even on its own.
Yeah,
Right.
I like it.
Yeah. I like that he's using the ears as sort of showing off motion or sort of a preparedness for combat when they're down, and maybe a little more,
Alert.
alert when they're up.
Yeah,
So,
I like that as well. I'm guessing Overgrowth will do something similar when it's done. Feels like that. It feels very appropriate, anyways.
yeah. Yeah,
so
because you don't want your ears to be chopped off with a sword in the middle of battle, do you?
that's true.
I
you
mean,
don't.
maybe you. I don't know.
If
But
you
I
look
hope
weird.
not. Yeah.
I like his hand that he drew. It's very awesome.
Right. I also like that he was talking about how there's claws on the side that they would fight with, and they would be trimmed fingers when they're trimmed nails when not, or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, cool stuff, cool stuff. So this image made by Flex, very awesome stuff. So let's move on. Page 51 now in the fan art thread. This is kind of a fun imager made by Kingsley. There's a story behind this, an IRC story. So let's bring this up.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I do remember this as well. I was there.
You were there, but I don't think you were talking about the story.
No, I was talking about something entirely different, but still.
I
Okay.
think I was also there, but I didn't get into the story, and maybe was intentionally avoiding being quoted.
Yeah. Okay, so this is it. Lorcan, Overgrowth. How many rabbits does it take to keep your lawn mown? Kingsley says, think of how many mothers would jump at the game with that description. Tanjavik, is that some kind of allegory?
Allegory.
Allegory, yeah, thanks.
Allegory. Yeah.
Allegory. Right, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good. SF17K, I'll buy the alpha at the moment it adds grass-eating mechanic. Tanjavik says it needs to add grass first. Kingsley, now I'm imagining you find money in the grass after you eat it. Kingsley says, what have video games done to me? Okay, gain XP, blah 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 blah. Big rolling vistas of grass across the landscape. They already made one back in the days of Luger 2. Yeah, and I'm like, oh, blah blah blah, ninjas. Okay, so this is really long. I don't remember this was so long.
Yeah, I think it
Crap.
might take a while to try and read this whole story.
Whoa.
I think you need to go to fan art thread yourself to read the whole story.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he's filtered out the relevant bits.
But the images are very
Correct.
cool anyways. So basically, rabbits eating grass. I love his expression. Very awesome. And the result will be this. Someday David will implement soft body physics and it will look like this. And there's a rabbit shaking his ass. Super awesome
Yeah.
pictures. I really just like the style. It's so,
Very silly.
so awesome. Oh, nom nom. Cool stuff. And this was made by Kingsley. Super cool. And Wild Boar OG. I finally had some time to do some work on the 3D logo, so here's the result. I added some details to the model, and I made the texture more interesting. I also made this scene darker and added some light rays. I hope you like it. And here it is, or here they are, I should say. And this logo, we've shown it before, but when it was almost as awesome, but not quite. And it's a very, very awesome logo.
It is very cool.
It actually looks better than an Aubrey's logo, I have to say, but I guess he didn't spend too much time on it since it's not really too big part of the game. But I think he should get this into the game somehow. He totally should.
I'm sure he will.
I remember when, back in the day, when I spelled out Overgrowth with the first box they had. I used one box model and I spelled out Overgrowth kind of like this, but in the game. And I think John used that as his desktop background for like half a year or something. So, so if you get this into the game, I'm sure they will use this for like 10 years at least.
Or at least John will.
Yeah, at least John will. So very awesome stuff by Wildboar OG. Let's move on down. Another picture by Menace. Menace has posted pictures before that all look very awesome.
Including my avatar, I believe.
Oh yeah. Perhaps you have your avatar around here somewhere. No, okay. But anyways, we've seen it before, and yeah, it's awesome. So this rabbit...
I think we'll see it later today.
Yeah. Yes, we will. We will. And it is, Erg, bleep this rabbit. Started out from a terrible sketch, but continued anyways. Yeah. Let's open this as a...
Bleep.
Yeah. This is a family show, okay? It's a family show.
Oh, it's a family show today? I see.
Yeah.
I'm glad we're being selective when it is a family show and when it isn't a family show.
Yeah. That's the way I roll. Bitch.
Bleep!
Yeah. Thanks, Anton. So this image, I love this rabbit, actually. It's a very, very nice art style, and yeah, awesome as usual. Menace is very good at drawing.
Yeah, I really like it, but I think it seems kind of mouse-like.
That's
A
true.
little bit.
It's a rabbit.
Like the body.
Yeah, I like the body as well. I like everything, but I don't dislike the face. It's just that it's looking kind of more mouse-like, as you said. But it has a very, very long ears. So, yeah. But
Maybe
yeah,
he's related to Despero.
what did you say?
Nothing.
Okay.
I said maybe he's related to Despero.
I don't even know what that
That
is.
It's a cartoon mouse with big ears.
I don't know.
I've
what that
never
is.
heard of that.
You're
It's all right,
crazy,
don't worry.
Anton. You're crazy.
I am crazy.
No, just
Absolutely.
kidding. But this image is awesome. By Menace.
Oh, it's got really big ears.
Or M3ness. M3ness, I guess. Yeah, let's move on.
I just googled him.
Let's move on. What did you... You can post the link and I'll take a look as well.
Oh yeah, I'll just put the Google search.
Do it. Do it.
That's Despero though. Not really related. Directly.
No, it's really
totally
not related.
Totally. That's such an awesome guy.
Yeah, he's kind of cute.
Yeah. See, he could be a part of Overgrowth. He has a stick or something, so he could hit someone. He could kill someone. Well, anyways, that's cool.
Okay.
Awesome stuff. Okay, let's move on though. So here we have Daniel777. Some simple drawing and concept for me. These are brainwaves according to me. What? They are brainwaves. Let's take a look at this. So it seems like he has taken an image from the alpha and kind of drawn over it. Or melted his image into it. Oh, he tried to recreate it in the game. I see. So he has made his concepts down here, and then up here he has made kind of the level inside of the game. Kind of.
I see.
Yeah. Looking pretty
That's a
cool.
good start.
Yeah, it's a very good start. It looks... Is this the same guy that we showed last week?
Yes, I think so. I mean, if you look at the little spirally style, I think it's definitely the same guy.
Oh yeah, and he even has the Asian style, the bridge. The Asian style bridge. The bridge is there.
It's the same bridge.
It's the same bridge. Oh my god. But yeah, this is cool. I said before, his style's pretty cool and does very well, especially as concept arts for levers. So let's take a look at the next one. And yeah, even more awesome stuff. This one is like mirrored almost. At least at the bottom it is. I like these little images at the bottom. They're cool.
Yep.
Yeah, so cool stuff by... Who was it again? I need to zoom out again. There we go.
It's Daniel.
Daniel
777.
777. Yes, indeed. From Hungary.
Right.
That makes me hungry.
That picture.
Oh.
And then we have... Oh, he has drawn a lot of stuff here. Oh, man. He's drawing a lot. That's good. That is good. So Daniel 777 drew this one as well. This one is very surreal. I don't know how this would work at all. It's kind of floating platform stuff like that, but it's looking pretty damn cool. Can tell you that. And down here we have another even weirder construction, though yeah, it also has floating parts. So very surreal, but I mean it's cool. I like surreal stuff. Imagine a platforming level looking like this. Imagine if this was actually in the game.
It would be awesome.
Yeah, it actually
think,
would be very
actually.
cool. It would be very cool. I mean, both of these. Yeah, awesome stuff. I hope it
Yep.
makes this. That would be awesome. And next we have another drawing by Daniel777. This one is broader though, so I can bring almost the whole image in at the same time. So kind of a clock tower on the left here, and it looks like there's a stair leading up, a very unsecure stair. Watch your step or you might fall to your death. And yeah, kind of ideas stemming from the same concept with the spiral stuff and the bridges. And it looks like he has some kind of stencil up here as well that he used to draw this stuff. At least that's the impression that I get. Just a cool symbol, I guess. But yeah, cool stuff as usual. As usual, let's move on to the next one. A lot of images from this guy.
Yep.
Here we have another one that's more in the vein of the first images, where you're over the clouds. Very epic stuff, and the trees and the bridge. The bridge is there. Still, the bridge is there. It doesn't have the houses though, but there's a bridge. So that's cool, and kind of stair structures. Oh, and the sun there in the background as well. That's pretty cool. Scrolling down to the next one. This is... Whoa, that's big. Okay, this is kind of hard to interpret. I guess there's clouds down here. I don't know what these things are. Looks kind of like eels or something. Some kind of fish going up and down through the rocks. I don't know.
They're not like ruins or broken Crete or, you know, McDonald's buried in sand.
It could be any one of those three things, I guess. But yeah, it's probably Crete. I'm guessing that's a good guess.
Because there are those broken Crete arches that do exist in the game.
Yeah, but these ones look so small. But I don't know. Maybe, yeah. And Zamzik says, Daniel, I really like your style. It's imaginative, and I agree. It's really, really cool stuff. And Jan says here, thank you, I'll be making more, better. This is one of my hobbies. I like expressing myself if it is needed with a drawing of everything else what is creative. I like creating. He uses Corel Painter, but he hasn't used an art pen for these jobs. Yeah, he only uses traditional stuff like actual pens, real pens. So, yeah, cool stuff. So we'll probably see more from him in the future. At least I hope so.
I hope so too.
And that brings us out of the fan art watch and into the mods and maps for this week. And there are a lot of maps and mods this week. Or mostly mods, but I think there is... Is there a map in here?
There is a map in there.
Oh yeah, a map. It's from Cheshire. The Cheshire. Is that correct?
Yes. Yep. Cheshire.
Cheshire? Okay, good.
Cheshire. Yep.
Cheshire, indeed. Okay, but first up, Last Blood mod. The mod that is going to keep getting updated for every alpha, or so it would seem. This week he just ported it from the last alpha, so no real changes. He just ported the old Blood mod from the old alpha, from alpha 131 to 132. So still running there, that's very cool to see.
Yep.
But he also worked on something new this week. Which is a mod that has a new tab for every single item that is available in the game, or so. That's what he's saying, right? Let's see what
Yes.
I'm just going to quote him right here. Here's a mod from Overgrowth map makers. Basically, I made a new tab under Add Object menu called O2, and there you can find all the working object XML files with nice pictures of them. The ones that aren't working he didn't include, so let's take a look at this. This is actually very awesome. This is actually very awesome. So just add object, I have this installed there. As you can see, I have the O2 there. You see the sound tab right there? That's not actually clickable, but that doesn't matter because there are only 2 sounds, and he did include those 2 sounds at the bottom right there. In case you're wondering about that. But as you can see, there are a lot of more objects. Like these objects, the dark, dirty cube. Dark, dirty cube, that sounds kind of kinky. But here it is. I don't think I've seen this before, and it looks very awesome. And there are a bunch of items that I haven't seen before.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, he really went through and he found everything, or at least tried to load every object, which is awesome. Things I think are really not even practical to have in this list, but they're there anyway.
Yeah, like the models of the characters. If you load these in, they will just be standing there with their arms stretched out, but yeah, why not? Like, if he's adding every single object, why not add those as well? And
right.
the awesome thing about this is the arena is in here. So
yes,
that's very awesome.
Including a prefabricated full version of the arena.
Yeah, let's bring that in here. No type info given to map editor. Create entity from desk. Okay.
It's fine. It just means that it's never been loaded on a computer before.
Okay, I see. And I click there, and we have the arena. So huge!
It's huge! That's a good way to put it.
I need to deselect this. Okay. I want to take a look at this. We haven't checked this out, actually, in Overgrowth Weekly before. Like,
no, we haven't.
Live. Peekaboo. And running up the stairs, or ramp, I guess. And now we are audience. This is so awesome. This is so awesome.
I love big it is.
Yeah, how big it is. I also really like entrances, where you kind of come up the ramps, things like that, and it's like I was thinking of making like a maze map, and you can use those to kind of go up levels, which would be sort of convenient and stuff.
Yeah. Wow, I'm just blown away right now.
It feels a lot bigger when you're actually playing it than when you're just watching it, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. And the work is so nice. I mean, he has... yeah. I just don't know what to say. It's really awesome. Really, really awesome. So you should totally check this mod out. I guess the prefab is included anyways, right?
Yes.
So you don't need this mod, but it makes it much easier to see all these things, and especially if you're a mapper, you need this mod. If you're a mapper, you need this mod.
And this mod may or may not break in the coming weeks. We'll have to see.
Yeah, hopefully he'll keep adding the objects that are added. Like, it's quite easy to do it, but, you know, doing it every week can be tiring. But I know a lot of modders would appreciate it a lot. Okay, and then we have window boxes, lots of stuff that we haven't seen before. Phallic cliff.
He also asked I mean, he was asking, he's hoping that they'll maybe include the mod in the game, which unfortunately I kind of doubt. But I guess we'll see.
Yeah, I guess we'll see. Whoa.
Whoa.
What
That
was
looks
that
unfinished.
Yeah, that does look unfinished. Use the color picker tool. Make
And
it into
gigantic.
stone. Okay, it's too shiny, I see. Over brightness!
You're gonna make it brighter.
Cancel. Yeah. It's snow. It's snow, man. It's snow.
Oh, okay.
Ah. Or something like that. But anyways, a lot of cool stuff in this mod, so you really need to check it out. As I said, especially if you're a map maker / modder, because it'll put spin on your imagination when you see all these new items in such an accessible way.
Right, because before it was a lot of look and guess and sort of experiment and see what you could find to get some of the more obscure objects, or even not so obscure objects, or you just start with another level and copy and paste so that you don't have to unload them manually.
Yeah, I would do that. I would load like a bunch of objects randomly and then just pick out the ones that I liked, basically. And that is an annoying way to do it. Hopefully they, as we've talked about this before, but hopefully they will add support for these kinds of things to be added automatically, where you don't have to really think about it when you add it. I mean, would you just make an
Right.
object and then it will automatically make a picture and add it into the item browser, and you won't really have to interact in any other way than that.
That would be awesome, and we'll have to see if and how that works.
Yes, indeed. But let's move on. That's last item browser mod, I guess we could call it. Yeah, last item browser mod. So check that out. And then we have a mod by Crabman318, a Fatality mod. I do not know. Okay, this mod was released on, for me at least, the same day as the alpha is released. And this mod does not work for me. It says unexpected end of file when I try to run it. So I don't know if it's actually an error with the mod or if it's that I'm using the new alpha. But it doesn't work, unfortunately, for me.
Yeah, and I didn't try installing it, but I did listen to it, and it's funny if you just listen to the
Oh, I'm going to do that then. Let's see the voice mod. Mod, kill. Oh, there are a lot of sounds here. Open.
Brutal.
B?
Brutal. Deadly.
B is the same thing. It's just an MP versus a WAV file.
Oh, I see.
Deadly. Oh yeah.
I can't hear if
Overkill.
they're happening or not.
Take down.
Yeah. They're pretty cool. I think he made these sounds himself, actually. Sounds like it.
I think so.
But they're still cool. You should get Duper to make your sounds. That would be awesome.
All those work too. There should maybe be the two of them have a Duke Nukem versus Mortal Kombat Fatality sound dual show off
Yeah.
thread.
They totally should. So that was that mod. Unfortunately, it didn't work. Hopefully he'll fix it or something for next week's alpha so we can check it out then instead. But yeah, let's move on to Zramulis. I always enjoy his name. Zramulis made a health bar mod, which is a mod that displays health bars. So let me bring up
I actually have it
doors.
open right now if you
Oh
want.
yeah, awesome. Let me switch to your stream then. There you go.
Are we saying it?
Yep, we're seeing it.
Okay. So, yeah, the health bars themselves kind of block the view a little bit, but as you can see as I attack, the blood mod is installed also. You can see that there's two levels of damage in the game. The yellow one is permanent damage, and the red one is temporary damage.
Yeah, and it looks like when you get damaged, your health meter goes down, obviously, and if you run out of red health, your temporary health, you will die, which
Right.
means that you kind of recover health, but you never recover fully if you become hit. But something that I reacted on was that if you get hit and you do one of those animations, where if you get hit in the face and you kind of fall almost to the side, but then don't really fall to the side.
Yes.
Like there,
They
when
don't.
when you got hit in the belly there and just fell backwards and stood back up like that, that doesn't make
Right.
any damage.
Correct.
Like, why? Why doesn't that make any damage? That doesn't make any sense.
That I'm not sure, because I think you're supposed to be sort of dodging, or they're partial blocks, partial automatic blocking. Because remember, David said that when he implemented the health, he said it was very simple and basic. This is apparently nowhere near the final version of the health system. He just added it in 1 week to make the game more playable.
Cool. Yeah, and it's quite kind of advanced considering that it's just a quick tests placeholder thing that he's going
Right.
to probably redo totally. So yeah, very awesome.
Exactly.
So
You
yeah.
should probably go to black if you're dead, though.
It should, and in fact you can see that people that have died, their temporary health actually refills up to their permanent health while they're laying there dead, which is kind of funny.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's just that that's actually how it works in the code, but in the code he just switches a switch that tells, like if you go to 0 health, then it switches a switch that tells the game that this guy's dead, and then the rest of the code will still be going, that will get the health up, but he'll still be dead, if you understand what I mean.
Yep. Makes sense.
So that's really cool. Could you zoom in on the health meter? Because it's kind of awesome how he implemented this. He didn't actually use any pictures or anything like that.
I'm not sure how to zoom in too much.
Just
That's
go into editor mode and you can do that.
Well, is it possible to put in the check to see if you're dead? Like the guys?
I think there is.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. So you're going to
Alright,
editor
so you
mode.
could fix it by just changing the script.
Yeah, I mean, that's what people are doing. People are just changing the script to get these things to work. And there are probably flags that tell the game if someone is dead or not, and then you can ask the game if this guy dead or he's alive, stuff like that. And as you can see
Right.
there, this health bar is actually not a health bar, it's more like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or something. 7 lines.
7
maybe?
or 8, yeah.
7 or 8 lines that are using David's debug system, because he has a debug system where he uses to create lines and stuff like that to see that everything is actually working as intended in the game, and he's using that to display the health bar, so no actual graphic is being used, and I think that's a very awesome thing. That's pretty damn cool, actually.
Exactly.
Very smart solution.
Of course, it does make it a little bit jittery when you're running around.
Yeah, I think you should attach it to the head. That would be cool.
Yeah. I wish that it wasn't quite as wide as it is, but I think awesome. It's probably as wide, I didn't even look, as the let's see. Probably as wide as the box would be my guess.
Yeah.
I don't think so, but I guess we'll see. Oop. What's going on? There we go. I had a bit of lag there.
It is cool.
Yeah, it's much smaller than the box.
Yeah.
Oh, and I like that. Hold him up in the air again. He started flailing. That was awesome.
I was thinking maybe it was the bounding box thing.
That's what I thought too.
Yay.
So we don't have our normal screen sharing system in, so our timing on the commentary is probably a little
Yeah.
delayed. Mine's probably early, and everyone else's makes sense to everyone but me.
Yeah. Because normally when we do it the way we used to do, I have 2 seconds latency roughly. Now I have more like 8 to 10 seconds latency, I think, since that lag. But anyways, that's the health bar mod. Also a very cool mod. It's very nice to check out, just see how it works behind the scenes, like how much health you actually have. It's actually quite interesting.
Yep, I find that I'm actually much closer to dying than I realize.
Yeah, exactly. Which makes it feel kind of random, but you know, it's still a work in progress, so I'm sure it'll be great when it's actually done.
I'm sure it will be.
Yes, indeed. So let's move on. Let me see if I can bring up. There we go. Okay. Zramuli's made another mod this week that is super duper awesome. Super mega awesome. It's a linear level kit. And what this does is adds support for adding checkpoints and death places or whatever. Surfaces that when you touch them you will get a checkpoint from that surface, or places that when you touch them you instantly die. And this is super duper mega uber awesome. So it takes a little bit of extra manual work, but there is a pretty huge tutorial here explaining how everything works, so it should be quite easy to understand and set up. Something I noticed though that was that in the XML file he says that you should set the I see. I misunderstood the tutorial entirely. So nowhere in the tutorial, just error in my brain because I am stupid. Well, anyways, I have made a couple of objects using this thing, so let's try this out.
Yeah, it's interesting that he's using friction as the defining factor.
Yeah, that's a very smart solution. Let's see, dark corner, dirty cube kill. There we go. So this cube here will kill me if I step on it. If I touch the side, I shouldn't get killed. No, but if I land on it, instant death. And I can't stand up from there. Oh, I respawn from up there. Where is that box? Over there? Oh, up there. Down you go. That wasn't meant to happen. There we go. Okay, so, and I made another object that is supposed to act as a checkpoint. So let's find that. Objects, furniture, foot pillow checkpoint. So you make your own object. What you do basically is you make your own object that has a special material applied to it. So when I stand on this object, I should get a checkpoint there. So let's try it out. I stand on this, and then I jump up. Stand on this. Okay, that's not the right object. That's supposed to kill me. That's the one over there. Huh. I thought that this object was a bit too close. Swoosh. Swoosh. Swoosh.
It'll hide, right?
So, yeah, as you can see, we have the red pillow right there. We have the original spawn point right there, and we have the killer thing right there. So when I die, I will now respawn at the red pillow, because that's the last thing I touched. The last checkpoint thing I touched. Respawn. See? Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah, I just love this mod. This means that people can now implement checkpoints in their levels, something that I have been wanting for ages and ages. And it's really cool to see the community making these tools, like last mod where he displays all of the objects, like this mod. We can make proper maps now. Now we just need a timer mod. Someone make a timer mod. Huh, I need a timer mod. Jeez. Ah, water is so good. Yeah, anyways. So...
It is awesome.
Yeah, what do you guys think?
I like it. I mean, it
Yeah.
adds functionality, and I hope someone makes like a challenge map or something.
Yes, indeed.
The question, of course, will be: will this mod die every week? You know, or is it? I mean, it seems like a little bit less involved in the way, meaning it's a little bit more about creating your own objects that have these options. But I think you're still going to have to mod the ASCHAR
Yeah. You do.
file every week.
Yes, you do.
For now, anyway.
You do need to change in the script files to make this happen, since as he's explaining in the thread, he's actually using the friction of the materials, which is a very smart solution. I would never have thought about that. But a material in this game can have a special friction, so he has a friction like 155573, and then he knows that material, if you walk on it, will kill you, basically. And he checks in the code, if the material you're walking on has that friction, then you will die. And if that material you're walking on has the checkpoint friction number, then he will, I guess, move your spawn point there or something. I don't really know how it works, but it's genius.
Well, I don't understand how the spawn point works, because what happens if you reset the level pressing the L?
Yeah, oh, I understand how it works now, I think. So when you stand on the pillow, or in this case the pillow, the object, the checkpoint object, it stores the location in a variable. So it's independent from the normal start. And then he just, when you die, he makes it so that you respawn. He sets your position to the variable, the player's position, and he sets the player to be alive. And that's basically how he does it.
Right.
The problem right now, though, is that enemies won't respawn. So enemies won't be affected at all by it, so that's kind of bad. But for platforming maps, it works great, and I think that it's good that enemies aren't really affected by it, actually. I mean, if I killed a guy and I died afterwards, and I respawned before the guy, wouldn't want to have to kill the guy again anyway, so... Yeah. Really, really, really awesome mod by Zaramulis. And
yes, absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. And this mod can be downloaded in the SPF, of course. So you should totally check that out. Next up, we have Jarwa's rat model, which he has been working on, and he moved from the fan art thread to the project show-off thread. And he's shown some great progress on this, actually.
Yeah, it's pretty...
He's using image check. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just saying that I think that the models look awesome. Yes. I'm really happy with the way they look.
Indeed.
Excited by the way they look, not happy with.
Yeah, like you made them. I'm really happy with how we did this. I agree. Super duper awesome. Super duper omega awesome. Hope he gets this into the game eventually. We talked about this before, but yeah, hopefully it'll be easy for him to rig the thing and stuff like that, and get it into the game.
Right. He's already working in Blender, correct? So it should be close already, I think, to begin with.
Yeah. So really nice to see an update there. We've already talked a lot about it, so we shouldn't probably not spend too much time on it. So let's just move on to the Chestliars Compound 6 release. This is a map actually by the Cheshire, which is a map. I call it a mod. It's a map where it's not actually done. It's a heavy work in progress. A lot of the features that he wants in there are not currently possible to put in there. Do you have this map loaded, Anton?
I can load it right now.
I'm going to turn off my game.
I had just quit, not really thinking about it.
It's fine. It's fine.
So yes, it's loading right now. And of course, I still have the health bar mod installed, so it can be a little distracting.
Yeah, I don't think so. It'll be great.
But this level is huge. I feel like I should show you by running around, but I'm actually gonna just quickly zoom out and just go up and show you just how big this level really is. He has this whole portion sectioned off, and you can see I'm this little guy right over down in the bottom, and it's just a lot going on.
Yeah.
So I'll start off by just where you start. There's all these little like stores, and he hasn't loaded any characters in, so what he's done is he's put placeholders. So there's smiley faces whenever there's a friendly NPC, and then whenever there's an enemy NPC, he's put these little red cross skull and bones, and he's saying the ones in the cages should be wolves. Now as you go, if you start to count the number of characters, a lot of people's computers can't handle this many characters yet in the game.
Mm-hmm.
But it's great. He's added these little shops and stores. Yeah, it's pretty awesome to sort of run around, and you can sort of get the feeling that there's a market outside of this town. Not quite sure about the cat stool thing here. He's also hidden a lot of little features, like I know that there's a sword right here at this shack, hidden away. But
yeah, he said that there are actually 3 weapons on the level that you can find.
Yep, I think I've found all 3.
Awesome.
So as we run up the hillside, you'll start seeing there are more characters to fight.
Or try to pretend to fight.
Pretend to fight. Die! You're not fighting. Okay. There's like a little camp. It's like people hunting for wolves or something, and some old ruins, which are pretty great. And actually inside of these ruins are my favorite part of the whole game. Wow, it looks like I'm broadcasting at really low quality. That's obnoxious. Sorry. Anyway, my favorite part is this set of bones with a sword sticking out of it.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty awesome. I love that he sort of put together a skeleton and...
Yeah, that is really cool actually. I remember when I used to do that in the early alphas. Put together skeletons and stuff. That was really awesome. But so he's used them in a better way, in my opinion.
Then as we run off into the distance, we see this towering thing with a ton of objects sticking around it. More enemy placeholders to fight. And he's created this little platforming tower where the ultimate goal is to basically jump through the gold rings up at the top. And unfortunately... Huh? Have I what?
Made it through this? Have you made it through this?
I actually have made it through, but not in one attempt at a time.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how much I can get through. Have you made it through?
No, I didn't want to cheat, so I just tried to... A lot of times. I tried for like half an hour or something, but at one place with the beams, you know, so hard.
Yep. It is quite difficult in some spots, and I'm actually... Nope, I was going to cheat, but I can't. Unfortunately, there's a spot in here where this sign prevents easy wall running to start, so sometimes I have a hard time getting up here.
That's annoying.
Yes, so he knows, and he said he's going to fix it, and we'll see what happens. Oh good, I did it in my second attempt.
Awesome. Yeah, he's posting this on the forums and asking for feedback, so you should try this map out and, you know, take a look at how it looks, and just test it out, give him feedback like he's asking for, and this could turn out to be a really awesome level, because it looks like he wants to do a lot with it.
Right. Exactly. So unfortunately I fell right before the little beam section. As you can see, the beams, you kind of walk around inside these beams, and it's crazy. But yes, go ahead. You were saying he has a lot he wants to do with the level.
Yeah, exactly. So with the shops, and all that, in the future he could actually make it so that you could buy weapons and perhaps armor as well. We're not sure about the modular armor that we're going to have in the game. But yeah, just stuff like that, and having a larger level where you don't just have a goal where you're like, okay, I'm going to go in there, like, kill a guy. You just start out in that little village there, and it's much more free form, I guess you could say. It's much more open.
It's much more open. So, and then if we're going into this quote-unquote city, there's a weird little alien statue head above the city door, which is pretty funny. But yes, I agree. Having this sort of open world is something that I think people would enjoy. So,
yeah. Did you play this, Ima?
No, I didn't try the map.
That's too bad.
I actually just, yeah. It looks really nice though. I like his idea.
Yeah, it's a really, really cool idea, and I told him this, but yeah, let me tell you guys as well. This is the kind of map that makes you want Overgrowth to be finished like right now, because he has all those features he wants to implement, and he probably will be able to implement them, but he can't right now because the game just isn't complete enough for him to do it. So it's kind of frustrating in a way, but yeah, I hope the game gets finished soon.
Yeah.
And
but expectation, huh?
What's this place here right now?
So this is inside the city. After we passed under the alien head, there's like a... It's maybe supposed to be a castle. It looks like the doors were broken in, and there's another alien head. And yeah, there's like little... I'm not sure what it's supposed to be. Maybe a dining room, like a big feast festival room or something. And it looks like there's some signs where some text might end up eventually. Mm-hmm. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but it's another area that's kind of cool.
Yeah, indeed. I hope it will add like a real city in there or something with lots of stuff in it. I mean, the maps in Overgrowth, they don't feel very, very big, right, when you're moving around them in editor mode and stuff like that, but when you actually put stuff in them to limit the player, like he has done here, they feel very big. I mean, this map feels huge.
It really does.
And the original Red Desert level does not feel huge at all. It feels like I can see from one end to the other quite easily. It's like no problem.
Right.
But when you
just...
Yeah, go ahead.
No. You were saying when you limit...
Yeah, when you limit what the player can see, it just makes it feel so much bigger.
So I'll just for reference, since we loaded in the arena earlier, I'll load in our prefabricated arena just to give an idea of how big it is.
Go for it.
Oh, computer's not happy. There it goes. So as you can see, the arena actually fits easily inside of the city. And so everything else has been outside of the city.
Yeah.
So it really gives an idea, I mean, something of an idea of scale. These maps are huge because these assets are huge. So,
yeah.
And now I'm going to run around Abby's arena again because it's just that cool.
Yeah, when you see the arena there, I mean, it could basically be... You could have the arena in that city. That would make total sense.
It actually fit quite nicely in the spot that I put it. So,
yeah.
And you get a sense of depth going off to that city in the background, and it really does start to feel like this is a place that you could be populated by not just a small number of rabbits, but by an entire civilization.
Yeah. Totally. So really, really, really awesome map by
the Cheshire.
The Cheshire, yes, indeed. So you should totally check that out. He made his own thread. He also posted a link to that thread in the project show-off thread, so it should be easy to find. Easy enough to find in the SPF. Let's move on to Silent South's OG teaser trailer. So Silent South has made a teaser trailer for Overgrowth, which is actually pretty awesome, I must say. Yeah, we're not going to look through the whole thing, but I'm just going to talk about it briefly while showing it. Okay, so it's basically a basic teaser trailer that goes very well along with the music. Have you guys seen this, by the way, before?
Yep. Saw it a long time ago, actually.
Yeah, I'm kind of late on adding it. But it's got good music, and it's got good timing with the music, and it's got cool fighting scenes and all that kind of stuff, so this is a really good teaser trailer in my opinion.
Yeah, it uses a little bit much of the slow-mo in my mind. You know, I think more than half of it is in slow motion, but
Yeah.
it is a cool effect. I'd love to see a teaser trailer with some more intense, high-speed combat that kind of really shows off just how, you know, frenetic the game can feel.
Yeah, that's true. Though, as you also said, the slow-mo effect is really cool. I really like slow motion, so I didn't really think about the amount of slow in this. But there's one scene that has to be seen. Has to be seen. Dude, that was a good one. Well, anyways, I think it's right here very soon. Super duper mega awesome. Right there. That's so awesome. Doing the rabbit kick in the air in his face, and the way the rider looks in the air.
Yeah, that's true.
That's some.
That's a good shot.
That's good use of slow motion right there. So you can check that out right here in the agenda if you want to. Pretty cool stuff. Next up is something by Anton, which is Overgrowth mod and map hosting. So take it away, Anton.
Well, actually, this happened when I think it was when the Chestliars posted his map that we just showed off. He used Mega Upload or some upload service like that, and I'm kind of sick of having to wait for downloads. So I've set up a little portion on my website with an uploading service where people can store their maps and mods that are too large to store on the server on Wolfire's threads. So it's actually been updated a little bit since I first hit or Tay1 Ghoul, however you want to say his name, from IRC, sort of revamped it a little bit. So now when you upload it, you automatically get a link to your file that you can use to share threads and stuff. So,
yeah, really awesome. The annoying thing with the Wolfire forums is that it allows only for 2 megabyte large files, right?
Yes, correct.
Which is not enough for an Overgrowth level most of the time, especially if you want to ship it with the shadows and all that kind of extra stuff that you really do want to ship it with. Or if you have any custom objects, this is very useful, and you've been very useful to the community in general, just hosting mods manually. Right, where you just download the mod, upload them to your server, and give the link out. And this will make it much easier for you to be able to help the community, so super awesome stuff.
Right. And the links should be a little bit shorter than they were when I was just sort of doing it manually, where I was doing it into sort of my Overgrowth folder.
Yeah.
And it, you know, so hopefully this will be pretty useful. So hopefully people make use of it and stop using some of the alternative download sites that everyone is annoyed whenever they see them.
Yeah, I hate mega upload and all those kinds of crappy things where you need to wait for like 50 seconds before you can download the file. Like, seriously.
Right. Yep. Every time I see one of those, I just want to scream. And so, you know, as a special thing for all of you Overgrowth fans. So, I think I was using. I think my upload limits are set by a higher level file that I've adjusted, and so you know you can upload up to 100 megabytes. So it should be enough for anyone's needs. So
Yeah, indeed.
and what's that?
In this thread, for some reason, oh yeah, someone was commenting on the beard, on your beard that you wanted to grow out to make it to look like a Viking, apparently. And here's a picture that someone posted, an old picture, but it's still awesome. It's Jeff, Philip, Anton, and John.
Yep. And, actually, that picture is the picture that referenced before, where we were saying my avatar. That picture, Menace, then do a joke between my beard and John's beard, and that became my avatar, which you can see if you go back to the thread.
Yeah, I'm zooming in even. Avatar.
Since we're showing how awesome of an artist Menace is, so
Yeah. So that's cool. So anything else you want to add about this hosting thing?
Nothing that comes top of my head. You know, if you guys, again, you know, it's not supposed to be like a mod site. We go and like look at pictures and stuff. It's basically just file hosting. And I will be monitoring it if I see like, you know, random links or you know sort of unwanted stuff. You know, please don't use it as a file backup for your systems. You know, if I see that, I'll probably have to adjust it. So right now, pretty open.
Anton, do you have your stream running or something in the background?
I do. Why is that?
I think you're sounding a bit choppy actually. So I don't know if it might get better if you turn off the stream, if it's your internet not keeping up or something.
I'm not sure. I will stop it though.
Go for it, man. But let us move on to the tweets and news segment. This is a segment where we take a look at the latest tweets and news from, official, from the Wolfire team and stuff. Okay, so this is a tweet. Finally added a speed cap so you can't run at supersonic speeds after big jumps. Yeah, because you can right now, and it is kind of weird. It's kind of weird, so it's good to see that it's getting fixed. Kind of in the same vein as the physics thing that he fixed for this week's alpha.
Right.
And we have another tweet right here. Oh no, what am I saying? A blog post. Turner in Gmod. So a guest post by Black_Stormy, who, if I recall correctly, is the guy who made the... he made a whole bunch of assets for Garry's Mod, didn't he? Like a whole asset pack, basically, where there are a bunch of different things.
I don't remember that.
Actually,
I do know that. Well, he's the person who made the animal running mod for Overgrowth.
Oh, it's him. So I guess it's not this guy, perhaps.
Yeah.
I'd like to remember that there is. Let's see. I just gotta check this. Check this. Black Stormy. Search this thing. No, it wasn't him. I guess some other guy. And just. I'm just rambling. Okay, whatever. It's not him.
I remember who you're talking about, but I don't think that he's done much else for us since that one time.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anyways, he's got Turner, Turner model into Garry's Mod. And there's an awesome picture of that. And he kind of writes a post about how he did it, and the difference between Overgrowth and Garry's Mod, I guess. So that's really cool. You can download the model and play around with it in Garry's Mod and make more pictures. Make more pictures.
Hooray.
Yeah, make pictures to advertise Overgrowth. Oh yeah. You should totally do that. Next up, alternate low attack animations. Take a look at that. Take a look. Adding some alternate low attack animations that are blended with the normal ones based on the target's relative height. Is he talking about the target's relative height as in the target's elevation, how far up the target is? Or is he...
Well, it sounds to me like he's saying that, say you've knocked someone to the ground and you want to keep kicking them, there are some new animations for...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was thinking
that's what I would guess as well. Because, like, every character is about the same height. So far, at least.
That's true.
But still, being able to attack based on height will change, will make a difference. Like if you're a wolf and you're fighting a rat, based on what we've seen, they're going to be pretty different size-wise, and so it would be great to, to not have an attack for another wolf where it would be such a high attack where it doesn't make sense,
Yeah. That's true. It's really cool that they can blend the animations like this to do that. That's the power of their animation system. So that's really cool, really cool stuff. Okay, we got actually a link from Zed here that he made using this one that Zed's made in Gary's mod. And it's Turner holding his arm around G-Man, and it's like developers everywhere.
That's awesome.
I just love the face on G-Man there. So just a quick noting of that. Okay, let's move on. Lugaroo Soccer Kick. Hurrah! Added the Lugaroo Soccer Kick running attack versus Ragdoll. If you remember in Lugaroo, as soon as you hit someone, so that he was ragdolled and lying on the ground, you would run up to him and hit your attack key to kick him a bit. Like just a gentle nudge with your foot, basically. That's too hard, like just a soccer kick. And apparently that's in Overgrowth now, so that's awesome. That was, like in Lugaroo, you just did that, and whenever you managed to ragdoll someone, I often managed to do it while they were still in the air, so I would punch them or whatever, and they would... While they were still in the air, I would run up to them and kick them once again, so it would take longer until they hit the ground. Just a fun thing to do.
Yeah, I always wanted to be able to do that more than once. It's almost like play hacky sack with them or something.
Yeah, that would be sweet.
But I think there was a limit in Lugaroo that you couldn't do it more than once.
Yeah, there was. It was just like you've already made them like fly ragdoll away, so you just throw in a kick there just for good measure or something.
Exactly. I really dislike you.
Yeah. Exactly. So that's really cool. Next up, Awesomeium on Linux. One step closer. Oh yeah. One step closer to Overgrowth on Linux. Awesomeium, last week we said that they stated that they were going to release a Linux build of Awesomeium within a week or something like that, and now they have released this. So you can download Awesomeium 1.6.0 experimental, R126 for Linux 32-bit right there. And this is huge news because this is basically the last huge obstacle in the way before Overgrowth or Iculus can start working on a port to Linux for Overgrowth. So really great news here.
Yeah, it's very exciting.
Indeed. I know there are a lot of people who are actually waiting for a Linux build, and I'm sure there are a lot of people who are waiting actually to pre-order the game before there is a Linux build, not a guild. Would be cool with a Linux guild in Overgrowth though, but like penguins.
Tuxes everywhere.
Yeah, tuxes everywhere. Awesome. So yeah, super duper mega awesome good news. I hope we'll see a blog post soon, or just a tweet showing that Icarus is working on the port. That will make a lot of people very happy. But that is the last thing on the agenda, so that's actually the end of the show.
Whew, we made it.
Whew, we did make it, but before we leave, I just want to throw something in there. Some of you, or a few of you at least, know that I have been doing some drawing lately. I've been doing live streams of me drawing Overgrowth fan art. And if you want to catch that, you can of course follow me here on Justin TV, or you can follow me on Twitter. I'll announce on Twitter when I do it as well. And I just wanted to show you quickly how it's looking so far. So let me go into Media, Draw, Overgrowth, and then we have Turner Arena right there. Just open that up, because I'm really proud of how this is looking, and I'm going to keep showing you this until I get it done. I might get it done next week, we'll see. And I've live streamed the whole process, and I've saved all the live streams as well, so they will be available on the OGWeekly channel in the videos there. So let's see. Okay, now it's loaded. Make the window a bit smaller, zoom out. And there you have it. This is, as you can see in the background, I have a bit of scribbles here, just planning for the future. I don't really like how this looks though, so I'm going to change it. But yeah, anyways, here is the awesome part. You know, the Turner that I have been working on for almost a full week. 15 hours, I think it is. I think I've been working on this guy for 15 hours in total.
It's looking amazing.
Thanks, man.
I'm blown away, actually. It's been a while since I saw it, and yeah, it's really looking good.
Yeah, I don't mean to brag, but I am also actually blown away. Like, I actually get amazed every time I manage to do something like this. Like,
That's
seriously.
really good.
Thanks, man. Thanks, man. I do my best. But as I said, it's 15 hours, so even though it's looking good, it's not like I would be able to do real concept art for games because I'm just too slow. Blah. But anyways.
Yeah, but now that you've done it once, the next time you do it, in theory, you could do it faster, and, you know.
True, very true. I have learned a lot of things, sir. I've learned how to make proper cloth folds. I've learned how to make fur. I've learned how to make arms from this angle. I've learned how to make ropes. I've learned a lot of things. So yeah, I would probably be able to make this in half the time now that I know how to do it.
Right.
And I want to encourage anyone who feels like drawing to just draw. Like, just do it, man. And in my experience, from what I've learned, it's easier to draw digitally than it is to draw traditionally. It's for me, at least, because then I can make mistakes. I can undo those mistakes and then keep on drawing and try another method and so on and so forth. So if you're considering buying a drawing tablet for whatever reason, I encourage you to actually just go for it and get it. Because I was on the fence for like years. I was thinking that maybe I should get a drawing tablet, and then I was like that in this thinking position that I'm right now for 3 years or something. If I had just gotten it 3 years ago, I would have been like 1,000 times better than I am now, right now. So go for it, man, go for it.
And which tablet did you end up getting?
Oh, I got a pretty good one, actually. I got a Wacom Intuos 4 and the large edition because it was just a few hundred Swedish crowns more, actually 100 Swedish crowns more than the medium one, because this was a used version. It was like a demo version or something, you know, that they had in show in stores or something like that.
Like a floor model?
Yeah, something like that.
I got mine like that as well.
And it was much cheaper, so I could, instead of getting the medium one, I could just pay 100 Swedish crowns more, and that's not much. Like, the tablet it was like 3,300 or something, or 4,000 or something, so 100 Swedish crowns is not much to get like the next step up. So I suggest you buy it from the Wacom store, because that's the place where I could find the best prices for this kind of thing. So yeah. So join me, follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/OGWeekly, justin.tv/OGWeekly, and of course you can go to OGWeekly.com to get links to everywhere you can see me as well, and the agenda, as well as the countdown for the next show. So stick around for some Amnesia stuff if you're into that. But until then, thanks everyone for watching, and we'll see you guys next week.
See you guys. Have fun.
Bye bye.
See ya.